Hi guys, it is BNP Recreation YouTube channel. I am Mr. BN Patil. Earlier also I presented my first video regarding COVID-19 awareness program. In this video, I would like to teach you a series of English grammar and composition. It is designed and combined traditional as well as modern approaches to teach English language. I believe that it is essential to acquaint students with all basic concepts. All concepts have been explained and are defined with the help of variety of exercises. Through this attempt, making learning indeed an enjoyable and pleasurable. My attempt will help all types of students, even slow learners also. All grammar items will make delightful and visualized experience. Students should be able to use their imagination and organize their thoughts in English language. I hope it will be extremely helpful to English language learners. I think if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel by pressing the bell icon for my further informative videos. Let us study about parts of speech. We all human beings express through speeches. Speech consists of words which are spoken or written. So man uses words in a specific and well arranged manner. Then let us learn now what is parts of speech. What is parts of speech? Parts of speech is a word or words. They are divided different kinds or classes according to their function they do in a sentence. They are 8 in a numbers as noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. Let us study one by one. First one is a noun. Noun means already everybody knows. Noun is a commonly or generally called as a naming word. A noun is the name of person, place, animal or things. Now we are already surrounded by so many things, but already we are given certain names. Our ancestors also given certain names for the persons, for the places, for the animals as well as things. Things means what here? Objects we can see, hear, touch, taste or smell, and feelings, ideas or thoughts. They are called things here. We cannot actually touch them, taste them or smell them. Substance out of which things are made here. For example, now I give you example. Emperor Ashoka was a great ruler. He ruled over the kingdom of Magadha. He won many wars with his huge army, but later adopted Buddhism because of its belief in non-violence. The Indian national emblem with the 4 lions on it, taken from a stone pillar, belongs to his region. All the italicized words in the passage above are nouns. For example, Ashoka, it is also noun. Ruler is also noun. Kingdom is also noun. Magadha is also noun. Army is also noun. Wars, Buddhism, non-violence, national, Indian, then region. These are all the nouns here. Now let us study about various kinds of nouns. Yes, kinds of nouns. Nouns are already there are 5 kinds of nouns are formed by our grammarians. First one is a proper noun, second one is a common noun, third one is a material noun, fourth one is a collective noun, fifth one is abstract noun. Let us study one by one here. Then what do you mean by proper noun? Proper noun is a noun is the name of a particular person, particular place, particular thing. Particular means what? Exact name. exact person name or exact place name or exact thing name. In this way, we can understand through certain examples here. A. Example A. India is a big country. In this sentence, India is in the subject place. Always subjects are always nouns. Here, India is a proper noun. That's why it is written in the italicized. Second example, you see, Newton was a great scientist. Newton word is in the subject place. Newton is a name of the particular person or exact person or a proper noun, proper name. Okay, these are all the examples. We can say these are all proper nouns. Now let us pass on to the second one. Second kind of the noun is a common noun. A common noun then means what is common noun? We have to ask like this. Common noun is the name given in common to any person or anything of the same class or kind. It means what here? Common means common nouns are always common for each and everybody. All things are common for all and all, whatever you consider. When we open our eyes, whatever we see around, we are surrounded by many things. All things are named by our ancestors. They are not put by us. That's why they are used by all the people. All people can utilize them, use them. That's why they are always called as common nouns. For example, whatever you see in the above sentence, you can see the country. Country. It may be any country, not for a particular country. Country word is referring for any country. That's why it is country word is a common for all the nations. That's why it is a common noun. Then scientist may be belong to any country or any state or any region, whatever it is. Scientist word, it belongs to all the scientists. That's why it is common. It is commonly called as a common noun. That's why in this way you can analyze yourself and study, and whatever we are surrounded by things, they are already named by our ancestors. They are commonly used by all the people. There are many. For example, table, fan, uh, teacher, police, then cook, then whatever it is, etc. Now let us pass on to the third kind is a material noun. Then question yourself, otherwise you see what is a material noun. A material noun stands for the name of a substance or material used to make an item as. Examples are like this: silk, sugar, gold, cotton, rice, water, iron, milk, etc. These are all the materials. These are all available in the nature or in the different form, whatever they are already named here, they are called material nouns. Let us pass on to the next kind, that is collective noun. Collective noun means what? So many times, sometimes students are getting confusion regarding this collective noun. Collective noun, as one collective noun is the name of the same type of persons, animals or things taken together and a regarded entity. Sometimes we can say a noun is given to a group is called collective noun. It can be said like that also. But through examples you can learn clearly here. Here categorized description and collective nouns. See the first example, a number of bees are considered as collectively here. That's why in one word we can say that is called swarm. A number of rooms are considered as a suit. A collection of fish is called as a shoal. A collection of judges is considered as a jury. So all collective nouns are always considered as a singular in form. But they are very important. They are already only one name given for the one group. That's why they are considered as called as collective noun. Let us pass on to the last kind, abstract noun. An abstract means what? Beyond the normal thing, beyond our imagination. That's why abstract word only tell us beyond the normal things. Certain such things are already present with us. They are surrounded by us. They are already named by our ancestors and grammarians. They are called as abstract nouns. Abstract noun is usually the name of a quality, action or state, considered apart from the object to which it belongs. As abstract means already I told you, quality, action or state. The name of the quality, even we cannot see the quality also through our naked eyes. But we can say truth, even we cannot see the truth through our eyes, but already we have named it, we felt it. That's why examples for the quality are like this: truth, kindness, honesty, bravery, wisdom, intelligence, etc. We can't see through our eyes. They are always qualities. Name of the qualities are also abstract. Now second kind is action. Only actions we can see, but actually they are named in a different way. Examples for the action is like this: theft, hatredness, mischief, judgment, activity, movements. These are all expressed through the actions only, but they are given the names. They are called the abstract nouns of action. Then last kind is in the same state. State means condition or the status. Examples are like this: freedom, slavery, sickness, infancy, youth, adolescence, childhood. These are all always expressing about the status or stage or position, like this. A name of the certain uh, arts, science and faculty or professions, like this: history, literature, economics, politics, music, grammar, pharmacy, etc. These are all the names of the certain subjects. It may be arts faculty or science faculty or professionalist, whatever it is. These are also names. All the subject names are considered as abstract nouns here. Huh? But I hope you understood very well about the nouns today and kinds of nouns, all these. Once again, refer yourself and go through my video. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel by pressing the bell icon for the next videos. Thank you.